Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Wanna podcast. This is a show where two certified dipshits make uncertified takes about your favorite series. We are your hosts. I am Zach, and joining me as always, all hail the royal tits, Scotty motherfucking Westside.
They're pretty good.
Yeah,
They're
pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
And as you video watchers may have probably seen, we are joined by our great friend.
Nice hand gesture, you
Just,
fucking
this
nerd.
fucking guy right here. Making his... I feel like this is kind of becoming a reoccurring, like, season close... right? Chaz has been on most season finales.
At least one other one.
Yeah,
At least one other
I think I've been on two. If I'm not mistaken, I was on the season 4 finale and the season
Season
say the
one.
season one
Yeah.
finale for sure.
So
Yeah.
maybe this is just a reoccurring bit.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back to the podcast, Chaz. It's always great to see your face, to see that pretty beard and that nice fade, looking real good. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right. I actually didn't even realize it until we started recording for this that I had some white coming through that beard. So
Hell yeah.
I'm all of a sudden not doing as great, but I'm doing pretty
Scotty's
well.
got some white all over, really, but mostly he's getting some in his hair, too.
Yeah.
That's a great response
You
from my
tossed me the
guy.
ball, and
Off
I was
to a
just
good
like,
start.
badoosh. No, I'm still trying to. Things are going very well production-wise here for us this evening, and I'm still trying to troubleshoot that because I noticed suddenly Chaz's audio to video was about like 30-ish seconds behind. So
Oh, Lord.
we're gonna get through this. It'll be
Sick.
lovely and perfect as always.
Yeah, so little peek behind the curtain here. Little story time for the
Story
listeners.
time.
We can skip that and we can just kind of get
Nah,
into it, boys.
Nah, I don't think.
That's
I mean,
not how
you know
we
what you
roll.
signed up for, my
That's
guy.
not what we do.
So it is currently 10:06 p.m. Central Time, and we have been on this call since 9 p.m. and we were supposed to start recording at 9 p.m. And life has just been
Listen,
a fucking mess the past hour.
Things happen. Challenges arise and are defeated. We have defeated all challenges.
Chaz is an absolute legend for powering through the fucking bullshit that he just had to go through the last hour to try and get this set up. So we love you, buddy. We're happy to have you here. And we're here to talk some Game of Thrones, but you guys all knew that.
I think you
Chaz-
should do your tech support voice for the entirety of this podcast, Zach. While Zach was trying to like walk Chaz through his settings, he had this very like bored tech support guy like helping an elderly grandma.
Did you
over the
try
phone,
turning
like,
it off and on?
Okay, now unplug the cord and re-plug it back in. Now wait 10 seconds.
You gotta like smack your lips a little bit.
You're going to see in the upper right-hand corner.
I'm
there,
definitely ready to move on here, boys.
Nah, man. We're gonna
You
milk
heard
this shit.
this fucking podcast. You know how this goes. We have
You're
to beat
ready to
shit
move
to
on.
death.
We've been ready to start this
Yeah,
thing for the
we've
past
been-
hour.
we've
So,
been in this Skype
so you're
call.
gonna let us do our shit here.
For an hour and 8 minutes. My dude,
Yeah.
we love you.
I guess
pal.
that's fair.
We
Yeah.
absolutely love the hell out of you.
It absolutely is fair. Scott, how you doing, bud?
Phenomenal. You know I love it when we start on time. Because Zach always does. So I'm no, honestly, this has been like kind of the highlight of my day. I was just very busy at
I'm
work
sorry.
today. You know what? Normally this kind of thing can stress me out, but I think it's hilarious. I'm having a good time with it tonight.
Hell yeah.
It's just all about your perspective, I guess.
Yeah. A fair disclosure and warning for our video listeners and watchers. So you guys who've been following the pod for a long time, you guys have known that when for whatever reason, sometimes when we have a guest or guests on the show, the program that we use to capture everything live, OBS, sometimes just likes to fuck around. And
just decides to.
So you guys may see some weird resizing things happening that is totally not intentional,
Just
but we're going to roll with it and deal with it because we just want to talk about this fucking episode.
Hell yeah.
So
hell yeah.
We're going to do the goddamn thing.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Chaz, why don't you kick us off and let us know what happens in Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 10, Mother's Mercy.
Okay. We begin at Stannis' camp, where the snows have melted and they're finally able to march on Winterfell. However, nearly half of Stannis' army has deserted and taken all the horses in the night. Also, Queen Selyse has hanged herself, and Melisandre rides away. Stannis says they march on regardless. At the wall, Jon tells Sam about what happened at Hardhome and how screwed they are. Sam asks Jon to send him, Gilly, and the baby to Old Town so that he can become a maester for the Night's Watch. Jon reluctantly agrees. As the Bolton prepares for the battle at Winterfell, Sansa escapes her room and goes to light the signal in the broken tower. Brienne has spent this entire goddamn season looking for the light in the tower, but of course decides now is a good time to go get revenge on Stannis. Poor dude has got enough problems. Damn.
Damn. Thanks for sticking to the script.
Damn.
Yeah, doing my best. Oh, sorry. The Boltons ride down and decimate what remains of Stannis' army. Brienne finds a wounded Stannis, and he admits to murdering his brother Renly, so she executes him. Sansa tries to escape on her own, but runs into Miranda and Theon. Miranda is being even more psycho than usual, so Theon finally does something and kills her by throwing her off the wall. Together, Theon and Sansa jump over the walls into the snow to escape.
In Braavos, our fucking favorite guy, Meryn Trant, continues to be just the worst scum ever. So Arya, in disguise, kills the absolute shit out of him.
Well-deserved.
Yes, well-deserved. When she returns the face she stole to the House of Black and White, Jaqen and the waif are waiting for her. Jaqen says a debt is owed to the many-faced god and pulls some old David Blaine-ass magic, then makes Arya blind somehow. Somehow. In Dorne, Prince Doran, Alaria, and the Sand Snakes are sending Jaime and company off to their ship. Jaime has an awkward heart-to-heart with Myrcella, and she tells him that she knows and is glad that he's her uncle father. This tender moment. This tender moment is pretty much ruined when Myrcella dies. Ilaria Sand used poison lipstick to kiss her goodbye, and so ends the amazing storytelling twists and turns of Season 5 Dorne. How we miss it. In Marine, Tyrion, Jorah, and Daario argue as they try to figure out what to do about Daenerys. Daario 2.0 makes more sense than he ever has before and convinces Tyrion to stay and manage the city with Grey Worm and Missandei, while he and Jorah go find Daenerys. Oh, and Varys is here now. Him and Tyrion should just kiss already.
True.
Somewhere in the Dothraki Sea, Daenerys is trying to talk Drogon into taking her back to Marine, but I don't think he speaks English. My dude really just wants to take a nappy. Daenerys starts walking to look for food when she is found by a Dothraki, Khalasar.
Not a good look.
Not great for her.
In King's Landing, Cersei has had enough of her imprisonment and confesses to the High Sparrow. She admits to some of her crimes, but not all of them, so she will still be put on trial. The High Sparrow will allow her out of her prison and return to the Red Keep only after her atonement. Cersei is forced to make a walk of punishment naked across the city. The common people of King's Landing pelt her with insults, stones, and filth as she walks. Cersei holds her head high through much of her punishment, but begins to break down as she finally arrives, dirtied and bloodied, at the Red Keep. Qyburn welcomes her and introduces her to the newest member of the Kingsguard, a silent zombie mountain. At the wall, Davos is doing everything he can to talk Jon into helping Stannis when Melisandre arrives alone at Castle Black. She says nothing, but the way she looks tells them the fate of Stannis and Shireen. That night, Ollie comes... Oh, God, you had to make me read this part.
Yeah, I knew you love Ollie.
Fucking his stupid little mouth, dude.
His stupid little...
All right, that night, Ollie comes to Jon and tells him that one of the wildlings he brought back says that Benjen Stark is alive. Jon goes with Ollie into the courtyard, where Sir Alliser and a bunch of Night's Watchmen are gathered. Instead of finding a wildling that knows where his uncle is, there's only a sign that says traitor waiting for Jon. When Jon turns, Sir Alliser stabs him in the gut, saying, "For the Watch." Several more brothers step forward and do the same, forcing a dying Jon to his knees. Ollie is the last to step forward and plunges his dagger into Jon as well, for the Watch. The Night's Watch brothers walk away and leave Jon bleeding out in the snow.
Damn.
What a fucking ending.
Yeah.
This is where in the books does Jon says he gasps ghost, right?
I mean, this is like pretty much this scene, a version of this scene is pretty much the very last thing that happens in the last book. I don't remember him specifically calling for ghost, but
I'm pretty sure that I've read, I mean, I could be wrong. I've read that there's like a big theory that like he warged into ghost. Oh, he warged
into ghost, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be.
It could be wrong, but
there's a big commotion with 1-1 actually in the choreo. It's not like as choreographed as it is here in the show. And for what it's worth, I think the show, well, you know what, we'll get to it, but it's very different, not very different. It's different in the books, but still like just kind of shocking and just like holy hell, obviously.
Yeah, man, I remember first time seeing that. Well, actually, let's save that. Yeah. Let's save that for the end.
I have a take here. I don't know if it's a hot one as I resize Chaz's video the 10th time.
Resize Chaz's something.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Keeps getting smaller.
Just happens when you get older. You know
typical,
what I mean?
Just typical Chaz behavior. Let me know if this is a hot take or not. I think this episode is fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Wait, why do you think that's a hot take? Do people not? Well, is this episode not well received?
I don't know. It's a season 5 episode, which I think people are already predisposed against that, including us, to be fair. Here's the spicy part of the take. Upon rewatch, I think I like this season ending episode more than the last season ending episode that we had Chaz on, The Children. Is that crazy?
That is a hot take.
That's very crazy. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna hard disagree with that.
Well, I think it's up for conversation, but I don't think I agree with it.
I don't know if I fully believe that. Margin. I just was wowed by how much I enjoyed this episode, and if you recall, during our discussion on The Children, we were all kind of, yeah, maybe this episode's like not as good as we remember. Like, it's still good, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But I was shocked at how just like this episode's good. Like all the way through, kind of.
Yeah.
This episode holds a little bit of nostalgia for me, because I don't know if you guys know this or remember this, but it was around this time in real time as the episodes were being released that we started watching everything together.
Oh, had you like caught up basically by this point?
Yeah, I had caught up. So Scott had already watched, and I think Zach was a little bit ahead of me. But we started watching this, and if you guys will remember, we started watching a lot of the next seasons coming up together at Scott's
you guys
place
would
while he
usually
was
come over to my
stroking
house,
Longclaw and
I
making me
would-
really uncomfortable.
He would
be
literally
stroking.
Dude, so actually this is really funny to talk about on the pod. I'm glad you brought this up, Chaz. When we would go to Scott's place to watch these episodes, Scott was the most particular, like you don't say a fucking word.
Oh, true.
You don't get up to go to the restroom. like nothing. Like don't
It's
like there would be times where like something really intriguing would happen and we would be like oh, and want to like have a reaction, and Scott would just be like,
Yeah.
is that how I look?
Sitting
Yes.
in his same little awkward position
When it's-
in his like half chaise lounge.
When it's
yeah,
Game of
good
Thrones
times.
o'clock, I'm fucking locked in. Okay.
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
No, yeah, that definitely all is true. I would be
It's good
sitting
times,
there
though.
completely
Really good
locked
times.
in, stroking Longclaw the entire time. Those were good times. I do miss that, us all getting together and watching these episodes for sure. That's a good call out, Chaz. I did not remember like when along the timeline you kind of caught up and started watching them with us.
Mhm.
Where do you guys just want to do what we do and kind of start from the top and
Yeah,
and
I
go
think
down?
so. Yeah, let's how about we tackle Winterfell,
Sure.
Stannis.
Okay.
Right, Stannis and Winterfell together.
Sorry, that intro was really well written, Scott. That was the
Thank
first
you.
time.
I love
Pretty
you
good.
know how I love slipping in ridiculous dumb jokes that you guys are reading for the first time. So Stannis
He's
this
in a bad way.
He's in such a
down
bad way.
dude.
Like we talked last week about how in a bad way he looks and just how defeated he looks. But boy, it's just the shit just keeps getting worse for the
His
poor
like
guy.
balding head, but with his hair standing straight out, like, and his like eyes just like it's wild, man. He looks like absolute shit.
It's I appreciate how it's almost like he still has like a sliver of sense of humor about it when that guy walks up. He's like, "What is it? Speak up. Can't be any worse
Can't
than
be
mutiny."
worse.
And the guy's like, "Ugh." You see, you say that, but
You should come with me.
yeah, how does your wife hanging herself grab you? Because yeah, he's just not in a good spot, and nothing. Spoiler: it does not get better for him in this
Yeah.
episode.
It is wild to me, man. Like that Stannis, a great military leader, makes a decision to move forward. Like I understand he's got his back against the wall, and
Yeah.
he's at the end of the day, I think it's mostly like he's just ready.
Yeah,
Like I kind of feel like it's that's really the decision he made. But it is just still baffling that he's like, all right, to Winterfell we go.
But what would be the alternative?
yeah. That's
Back to Castle Black, regroup for a second. He has less men to take care of, chill for a minute, and figure something else out.
I think it's a matter of like pride,
Oh,
and
sure.
B a matter of he knows there's just no hope for him anywhere, so he wants to at least go down swinging. You know.
Right.
Uh,
Let's talk about this fight. Well,
Okay.
actually, hold on. I'm sorry. Before we do that. So he has this conversation with Davos. Nope, just kidding. He doesn't have a conversation with Davos.
no,
that
yeah,
was last
Davos
episode.
That was last episode. Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
Next thing you know, he has
during
a conversation with Melisandre.
d-
Nope.
during this whole like he sees that his wife hanged herself. Hanged herself.
Hangs herself.
It's
Hung
hanged.
is not a word.
Hung is a word, but it's hanged.
Okay, whatever.
Chaz knows about hung. It's his favorite search word.
I was
Very
like,
nice.
where are you going with this? But you pulled it back around. Well done. Well done.
So as if matters couldn't get any worse, it's like, oh hey, also by the way, the
Yeah.
Lady Melisandre was seen leaving. Like she is
Also,
out, bro.
she abandoned the ever living hell out of you. Not even she believes in your.
It
ass
is
anymore.
wild that like she like, did she just become aware, like, oh, okay, this is not gonna end well, or did she like see something or like realize something, or you know what I mean?
Based on
go
her
with that.
look and the way she looks when she gets back to Castle Black, I think it is. She feels like she
Shit
has
for killing
failed.
Shireen.
Like, well, maybe. Like, I don't know how much regret she has about that, but I think Stannis sees the writing on the wall too, and she sees it, and she has realized that her god has failed her, or she has failed her god, or whatever the circumstances, that she was wrong, and she just doesn't want to go down swinging like Stannis does, apparently.
Right.
So.
Right. So yeah, that's another blow, and a whole nother like reason for Stannis to be like, yeah, like I think they both. I think you're right. They both see what's going to happen. Yep. He chooses to go towards it, and she chooses to go back.
Right.
So, do we want to go to the wall or go to Winterfell?
Let's just finish the Winterfell stuff.
Okay.
So, this battle. You had something you wanted to say about this battle?
Yeah, it's just it is wild, man, because like watching this, you see, you know, like he doesn't have a big force. They don't have a lot of equipment. Yep. Like not even really sure what kind of siege they'd be able to like have.
Stannis like, set up the siege lines here, and I'm like, what? You got like 20 dudes behind you. Like, what siege are you?
No
planning,
horses. Like you don't have. Like you don't have anything, you know.
Yeah. There's even a scene where they cut to a couple of the guys, and he's like, "Dig some trenches here," and the dudes are like, "Oh, fuck that."
Yeah. So it's wild that these guys stuck with Stannis, and obviously their only hope was like, well, we're gonna starve them out, right? Like we're gonna just set up a siege, and we'll be okay because like we don't have to die in the siege, or at least not right away, right? They just get to basically camp outside the walls, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as they see Ramsay riding up, the Bolton forces riding up, they're all like, they got caught with their pants down. They're we did not expect this. We're terrified. Everybody was so fucked up. It's just a massacre, dude.
Oh, yeah. It's an absolute
bad.
Slaughter.
I didn't hear it until the rewatch today when I was taking notes. There's even a dude in the background. He just straight up says, "Yeah, we've got no chance."
Yeah, I think I heard that too.
Yeah. I do love the Stannis fighting off those last two fuckers.
Yeah.
Scene. I mean, like, say what you will.
Swinging.
I don't like Stannis. I can't stand the guy. But I mean, dude can fight, and he's got a lot of will, man.
I don't love, a lot about Stannis, and particularly the way he was written in the show. But whatever you want to say about the dude, I feel like he faced his end the right way. You know, like even he's already wounded. His entire army is gone and dead. Those two guys come for him. He could have just rolled over and died, but no, he fights them off. And, then when Brienne...
And we get the legendary...
It's so good.
It's so good. I love it.
Even when Brienne comes to him, he doesn't deny what he did about Renly. Just tells her, do your duty. So I got to give him props for that, for, facing his end. Like he knows his chickens have come home to roost. Like, like what he did to Shireen, what he did to his brother, all the kind of wagons that he hitched himself to. It's like, I'm getting what I deserve, more or less. So.
Yes. Agreed.
But fucking Brienne, like, really, dude, you've been watching that fucking tower for months, or however long it's been. I don't know how long it's been.
Easily months.
And just, Sansa finally gets out of it. What did Sansa use to get out of her room? Was that a plot point?
Screw.
Yeah, they focused on it. I was like, was there a scene earlier that I just missed where she like stole that, or was that even a thing? Did you notice that?
I don't know. it's nice to see things like happening inside the walls of Winterfell,
Yes.
like progression happening there, because Sansa going up to light the thing. I mean, this idea, it was just like so I guess, was she trying to call on Brienne to help her escape?
Well, yeah, remember
she wrote a letter, right?
No, the lady told her, remember, that you still have friends in the north. If you need help, light a candle in the broken tower and someone will come to help you.
And I thought that Theon told Ramsay of that, and then they did that to bait the old woman, and they flayed her.
Well,
so did I I guess, how did I miss?
It's a good question. We don't know how you missed it.
Also, did you just have a strong cue?
No, I guess I'm trying to finish my thought. Does she know it would be Brienne?
No, I mean, she
right?
doesn't know who Brienne is, even.
Okay.
She just knows that the lady told her you have some friends in the north, and that if you're in trouble...
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, they caught and killed the old lady, but in theory, that she still might have someone. Sansa's desperate. Sansa's doing whatever,
Right, okay.
She can. One thing I thought that doesn't look great is the most obvious doll with a watermelon head that they throw off the fucking catwalk onto the
well, hold on.
Ground.
Before we even really talk about that, and I was really questioning myself as I'm watching it, all I could think is, holy shit, is it really weird that I'm super attracted to this chick right now? Because Jesus Christ, she was...
No, she's hot, dude.
That's you being attracted to psychopaths. No offense.
No, that's valid and that's all fair. But I mean, just in that moment, she was looking pretty damn good.
Also,
bro.
Zach,
she's always looked good, man.
No,
I've always been in. What's her name again? Miranda.
Yeah,
I've always been
into
scene,
her. Though,
where would she land on Barney's hot crazy scale? For you guys.
Oh. I mean, I would still chase it.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, dude.
She would land on the do side of the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Definitely.
But no, yeah, I don't know how they filmed that scene, but I thought it looked like just the most kind of grade school, the way it was cut and edited. It was just so obvious that just they just kind of panned down away from what was happening.
These fucking wussies, they should have just actually thrown her over the ledge.
You know what I fucking mean. There are better ways to film this, is what I'm saying. That was just the most fake-ass looking doll with a watermelon for a head that they chucked off that.
It's the season finale. The budget ran low.
It went elsewhere.
Give them a break.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. I just found it hilarious. But hey, Theon fucking did something. Hell yeah, my dude. I know that wasn't easy. You've been through a lot, but thank you for doing something.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Agreed.
This is Theon appreciation.
Wow. Let it be known.
Yeah. Let it be known.
So at Winterfell, or I'm sorry, at Castle Black.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to call out. Well, I want to talk about this scene with Sam and Jon because it's great.
Good, because I want to.
It is a great scene.
Okay. Sam essentially is asking Jon to go to Old Town, to become a macer. And when he's reasoning with Jon, after Jon tells him, "No, I need you here," which Jon is right, he does need a friend. But
it turns
but
out
honestly,
Jon might have been
it's
right.
very good that Sam left.
Also, that true.
It's incredibly good that Sam left.
Sam would also be dead.
But
Sam hits him with there's Ed.
Fuck yes, Ed.
I love that Jon's like,
yeah. How dare
really?
you give that look, Jon? How dare you insult my boy Ed that way? Come on.
Yeah.
So Sam hits Jon with a line. "I'll die trying to protect them."
Yeah.
Which means that the last thing I'll see in this world is the look on her face when I've failed.
Yeah.
I'd rather face 1,000 White Walkers than that. It is so good, dude. I love
rules.
Sam so much. What an absolute legend. And then he also tells Jon that he fucked.
Dude, what I was gonna say is specifically about this scene is that I just love Sam and Jon's friendship so much.
Yes.
Like they both need each other so much, and
For
like
different
just
reasons.
complement each other so well, and just like Jon, like Sam, like the way he looks, and Sam is like trying to like not to look at him in the eye, and then he's just like, "You've just been beaten half to death. How did you?" And Sam's like,
hell
very
yeah, I did."
carefully.
Very carefully.
I'm like, dude, I fucking love you both so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this scene's great.
Yep.
So-
It's very good. Not
Shouts
how
out.
it happened in the books, by the way.
There we
John
go.
basically made Sam leave against his will. But anyway, I like this way too.
You know what's actually really great about this episode is it marks the last fucking time we're ever gonna hear Scott
Not true.
say that.
Not true, because the timelines aren't exact. Some stuff has happened.
Yeah.
You'll still
yeah.
don't worry, buddy. I would never miss an opportunity to say not how it happened.
That's not how it happened in the book. That's not how we started this podcast. You know that, like, that's not how we started this.
Yeah,
And it's just,
know.
it's become that.
You're a big
such
fan
piece of shit.
of the books, Zach. That's how we started this podcast, was the fucking Harry Potter books. Anyway, any other final? Obviously, we're gonna come back to the wall, but any other? Oh, let's.
I mean, really, just Mel getting there, Davos like arguing with Jon.
I mean, that's much later, but we can talk about it now before we get to the big thing.
Braavos.
Just boy, the look on Davos's face. My heart just breaks for him. 'Cause
yes,
he knows.
truly, he
Oh.
knows. Do you think he knows how?
No, I don't think he's put together that she was responsible basically yet. Just that, obviously, she's dead.
Ugh, dude, it's heart wrenching. I still feel
I know
it's so hard to think about that. It's so bad.
it is. Let's see what's next here. Braavos.
You gonna talk about Braavos?
Oh yeah, let's talk about Braavos.
Weird magic stuff. That makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
So I just want to come out and say this: we're not going to make Meryn Trant jokes,
Yeah, no,
Scott,
you're right. Sorry.
because Meryn Trant is a human piece of garbage.
Listen,
And it was funny earlier in the early in the show because Chaz is Meryn Trant Chaz, but it's
in
just not
hindsight,
okay.
maybe those jokes were not.
Yeah,
not
because
the best,
fuck
'cause
Meryn
he
Trant.
fucking sucks, dude. Jeez.
And Chaz, you don't suck that bad.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, based off of the first hour of how we got fucking started today,
Not even remotely.
I would totally
No,
not hold
no.
it against you guys. But
Not even remotely.
Not even remotely.
What I want to say about this scene is, first of all, hell yeah, Arya.
Yes.
Second of all, this is gonna sound way sadistic and like terrible, but like, I appreciate how she like goes about her business and kind of takes her time and lets him know exactly what a piece of shit he is, and draws it out and makes it as like painful and humiliating as possible.
Yep. It's
great
deserved.
stuff from Arya. Totally deserved. It's good stuff. She's now all of a sudden she's acting like a badass assassin out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Yeah. It's a real bummer that she has to go and get put in timeout when she gets to House of Black and White.
Yeah.
But I mean, what are you gonna do? I guess.
Do we want to
I
talk
don't-
about like what Jaqen did or how he did it or?
I don't know, dude. I don't,
I'd love to know the why.
No, there
The
is
how.
no why. There's
Not the
no
why, the
how.
how.
It doesn't
The how.
exist. It's just
Yeah, the
the
why-
reason that happened is because it looked cool, and in the writers' room they were like, "Yo, this is gonna be badass."
It was
just
kind of
wasn't.
cool,
No,
I guess.
it's so cringe.
I
and
don't know
corny.
how does he like
The
she
only
doesn't-
thing that was cool is that Jaqen dies.
Yeah.
She freaks out. She's not supposed to because she's
Right.
supposed to be no one who doesn't have these feelings, and he's just a body.
right.
And
He's not
Jaqen
really
walks
her
in.
friend.
Right, and Jaqen walks in.
Yeah.
Which, like, that is cool as shit. But the whole,
Yes.
like, pulling 20 faces off and then just she becomes blind while doing
Yeah.
that? Like, what happened? How does that come to fruition? What does that do?
Yeah, again, like, not how it happened in the books. She was the one that drank the thing, and that made her blind.
And that made her blind.
How it happens here, I have no fucking clue, because he drank a thing. But I guess it's like, the implication is that since her face was on the person that drank the thing, it is kind of like she actually drank the thing? I don't fucking know.
Yeah. If that was how assassination was done,
Right?
then that would be way too easy.
You don't even have to leave the House of Black and White. You just go into the room. Well, no, you wouldn't have the face of the person who you were trying to kill.
Yeah. Well, so how did
Wait,
they have
well,
Arya's
yeah, how
face?
do they have her?
That
Oh
was a
my
real
God.
Harry Potter sized.
Yeah,
plot
that
hole,
was some Harry Potter bullshit for sure. Thank you, Chaz. This is why I like having you here. That was a good call.
I hate the both of you guys.
True. Anyway, that's Arya.
There's not a whole lot more to talk about. Arya is blind.
Arya's
The waif
blind.
is mad. Jaqen is mad.
I don't know. Is the waif even a real person?
Is Jaqen a real person?
Exactly.
Do we even exist?
Who
Really?
are we? Who are
we? Who do you
Do-
think you are? I am.
Who do you think you are? I am. Oh, good shit. Dorne. We love us some Dorne. Let's talk about it.
My only note for this entire scene was, goddamn, Dorne chicks are where it's at.
I mean, you're not
Really?
wrong.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's
You
one
don't
of
think
them.
so? Well, yeah, kind of just.
It's
No,
only one of them.
No. Two of them are hot.
I don't think so. Chaz, come on now.
The one.
3? Do you think Alaria is hot?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Ilaria's allowed.
She's all right, I guess.
She's.
It's
okay.
only the short-haired one.
Listen,
the pixie
And
girl.
the one that was
we all
playing
want
this-
bad or good girls, but no,
Yeah,
probably not.
finish the line. Yeah,
But
finish
we
the
need
cringe
bad
line.
pussy, bro.
Finish the cringe line.
pretty
It's so
cringe.
cringe. You know, Braun's into it. Good for him, I guess.
Yeah, Braun's like,
Braun literally orgasms on the spot.
yeah, dude.
He jizzed those drawers real
Fucker
hard.
is so easy, dude.
Yeah. We love Braun.
They're
The scene-
not
this-
that hot.
They're all right. This scene between Jamie and Marcella
Is fantastic.
it's good. It's
I
very
I
good.
so
really
good.
like it.
Yeah.
It's real.
It breaks my heart actually
It
because
does.
this is the only
Yeah.
time that this is really the only time that we're ever going to see him have this type of connection with one of his children.
Correct. And it's he has this tender moment with his daughter for as a parental figure for the first and only time in his life, and it ends with his daughter dying like that.
In his arms. It
sucks.
Yes. Yeah, man, that's
Especially
that's
right on
something.
the finish line where you think
Right.
they're
It's
gonna
like-
get the happy ending and
Right.
all is gonna end really, really well.
We're leaving
And-
Dorne. We're safe. Like Prince Thumbring is here. She's happy. Everybody's happy.
He even hits her with the line, "It's so rare that arranged marriages are arranged so well."
Yeah.
And
But
then
also, JB does not to be fair, he's never had this conversation, so it's right. He is struggling to find the words. And you know what? I don't think we've talked about this before, but Marcella, real sweetheart. Like she's very kind and nice, and I got nothing bad to say about her. I wish she could have got
uncorrupted by the politics of
right and,
the realm.
and uncorrupted by her terrible mother.
Yeah.
But I
would
wish
we
she
say
could have
the
gotten-
most balanced of the children?
Oh, easily.
Yeah, because Tommen is
fucking sad boy.
Yeah, she seems like well-adjusted and mature, and I wish she could have got a better, happier ending, but no such luck.
Are we talking about Essos now?
Yeah, did you anything
Marie?
else you guys had about? Oh,
No.
one quick final thing about Dorne. She really takes her time to take that antidote. Like she really she has to wipe her nose and wipe her lipstick and she does the dramatic like fucking toss,
which
of the
doesn't
thing,
even go into the
which
ocean. It just
literally,
like floats
dude,
back.
if it had like blown right back in her face, that would have been the funniest shit. But she like does all this shit, and then and only then is she like, oh yeah, I should probably take this antidote too. I'd be like, fucking, I don't want to die. Anyway, I just found that very funny.
Do that again, but slower. No, you did more of a this motion.
Oh, okay, I got you. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, I like that. That's a good picture. That's a good look
what
for you.
happens? What happens in Essos, Zach?
Well, you see,
There's this queen named Daenerys. Well, you see.
Well, you see, boys and girls. Yeah, so Tyrion is essentially like left to run Meereen in the absence of Dany, while Dario 2.0 and Jorah Simpleton,
Simpleton.
dude, the fucking simp, bro. The simp of simps, really, truly.
I love how Tyrion calls both of them out without even like, he just like says to the room like, "You're in love with her," and they both look at him and it's like he's basically like, "Yeah, I'm talking to both of you." Also, neither of you are fit to be with her. Just like schooling their asses is pretty funny.
Actually, the real thing that happens in Meereen is that Missandei looks good as fuck.
I mean, what else is new though?
As per always.
Yeah, that's nothing new.
Let's just talk about that for a little while. But no, we get Grey Worm coming back out, and man, I didn't miss him.
Yeah,
at all.
I can't say I'm a Grey Worm guy.
He's just so bland and boring, and
I mean, he's supposed
literally
to be,
a Grey Worm.
Putting myself back in the shoes of, I don't know, 2015, whenever it was that we were all watching this together. I was a kind of a Grey Worm.
You corny ass.
You corny ass.
Yeah, no, he does nothing to help him.
So corny, dude.
Yeah, no, he's definitely King Cheese.
He's even his like walk out like he's hurt.
I see what's going on here. You're both just jealous.
No,
know, he's you know, he's
is he hitting that?
He's doing what he can. He's trying.
There's something there.
He's trying.
Yeah, dude. They're doing some scissoring, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Dario, as like your notes said, Scott, Dario has an actual good idea.
Yeah. What the hell is up with that?
Leave Tyrion, Missandei, and Grey Worm in charge. Tyrion makes the decisions, and Missandei and Grey Worm relay them to the people. Actually, the right thing to do there.
The conversation of Tyrion trying to like be the one, like I want to tag along, was really funny for me too. It is
very funny.
What can you do?
What do you even do?
I gotta talk, and I drink. I've done fine.
What is it like? Dario asked him like, "Do you ride?" And Tyrion's like, "I have ridden," or like, no, he said, "What does he say? Like, how's your riding or fighting or something?" He's middling, and he's just like, yeah. Tyrion kind of gets schooled a little bit. Like, I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, it's very dumb.
Yeah. Jorah does give one good line in the entire dialogue that I really was a big fan of, and I'm like, yeah, that's real Jorah. When he says, promise to keep Jorah, not to kill me in my sleep or something like that. And Jorah hits him with the, if I ever kill you, your eyes will be open. I'm like, yeah, that's a good fucking line.
Cool. It is a good line. I wish it was said by a cooler character.
Zach
I just don't like Jorah.
Dude.
I fucking hate him, dude. He sucks. Are you a fan of Jorah? I mean, look, it's okay if you are, but do you like Jorah?
I like Jorah.
I feel like I used to a lot, but on this rewatch, I'm just like, nah, bro.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I mean,
season one, Jorah.
Like?
He's a fucking simp, bro.
Do you even listen to the podcast anymore?
He's got a new job. He's very busy.
We almost got.
I had to throw it in there.
Moving on. Tyrion. Oh, Tyrion and Varys.
Oh yeah, they
But-
should just kiss. Like, am I
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
fucking kiss
Do we
already.
think Tyrion?
I
I
miss
had a
Varys.
question for you guys. Do we
Oh.
think Tyrion and Varys are like top 5 acting duos in the series?
Ooh.
Well, they do play off of each other really well, and it is always a lot of fun to watch them together.
Okay, let me ask you this. Can one character with multiple characters fill like multiple slots? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like,
No.
No.
for
It doesn't.
example, the top 5 slots would be taken up by Tywin and someone else if he can be on the top 5 multiple times. Do you
Oh,
what
I
I'm
see
saying?
what you're saying. Yeah,
because
no,
the
you can
top
only
5
use-
would literally just be Tywin and Tyrion, Tywin and Arya, Tywin and Jaime, Tywin and Olenna, Tywin and Mace. I don't know who the fuck else does he have good scenes with.
No, you can only use a character once.
Okay,
under
then
that
probably.
logic,
In
I
that
think,
case, probably.
we all think that the Hound and Arya is probably the best
Hound and
Arya
Arya.
combo.
Yeah.
And
Jaime Braun?
Brienne. Oh, I didn't think of Braun. Yeah, I guess Braun.
Jaime Braun, I don't know, maybe.
They're fun. Actually, you know what? Let me adjust that. They're fun
Yeah.
on screen and enjoyable, but their acting ability is not heightened by the other one being on screen with them. Like they're not like a duo that's like a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Do we think Brienne is the best match for Jaime?
No, I think Tywin's the best match for Jaime.
Tywin
or Tyrion.
Tyrion. Tyrion
Yeah.
and Jaime.
Oh,
scenes are
Tyrion
epic.
and Jaime is pretty goated. So I'm picking up. You probably do not think that Tyrion and Varys are top 5. duos,
I
then.
like them a lot,
like them a
actually,
lot.
and they really work well together.
They're up there, but like I even think about like season 1 pairings, like Bobby B and Ned is also really, really great. You know.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bobby B is just B hard fucking carries everything that he does.
True.
Yeah, I
but-
guess to answer you, I don't know that it's 5, but like within the top 5. But I also am.
Yes.
It's too hard to sit here and hash out who we actually think is the top 5. But I will agree that they are fantastic together.
They're fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
I think we can all agree to that.
I'm glad, like Zach said a minute ago, I'm glad Varys is back.
Yes, I missed him.
Because he's great, and I did miss him as well.
It's just there's so many characters that like are there just to be there, and then you have characters like Tyrion and Varys and a few others that like when they're there, shit happens.
Yeah.
Like when they're there, like stuff is moving, and I love it. So yeah, very happy to see him back on screen.
Yep.
Daenerys and Drogon is the
yeah,
only other
we
thing
haven't
here in
talked about that.
Essos.
Drogon doesn't look as bad in this episode.
No, I really think it was just more the arena, like what was going on around him. Like I
Gotcha.
don't think I probably didn't specify well last episode is that I don't think him in particular looked bad. It was like the things happening around him, and like
Sure.
like we talked
Okay.
about the crowd, which is the NPC ass crowd, which is very funny.
Right.
No, he looks fine. I mean, he's fucked up, but he looks good. Yeah, this is bad
Fucking-
news for Daenerys.
Danny
That's
Danny
really
just
all-
decides that she's gonna fucking walk 7 miles away from
Yeah.
Drogon.
Danny's
Why?
champion fucking decision making, dude, strikes again. Yeah.
Why? Like, what was her plan?
I mean, she needs food. That's what she says.
Okay, yeah, but like that far.
What is she gonna do, dude? Like, is she gonna how is she gonna capture food
I don't
on her own
Well,
anyway?
I mean, she could maybe get some foliage.
Some berries, yeah, forage, some foliage. Some foliage. Why did you say it like that?
I don't
too?
know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what shit. Listen, like I'm not gonna falter too much on that, but obviously maybe sticking close to your fucking dragon. When
Your
you're in
ride
the middle-
home?
Yeah, your ride home, and also your most powerful ally when you're in the middle of goddamn nowhere is. A
She's
good
like
idea.
the drunk girl at the club when you're leaving at 2 a.m. and she's like, "Let's get some fucking."
You're driving
French
home and you
toast."
see this person walking. Like you're like, you shouldn't be out here on your own.
Yeah,
What are you
like in a
doing?
bad neighborhood.
yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a very bad neighborhood, the Dothraki seat. So yeah,
So
bad
that's a
news
thing.
for her. Bad news for her. That this is, the Dothraki are not going to be great or happy to see her.
Do
I
we
guess.
think it's like? Do they know who she is?
No,
No, right?
No. They wouldn't necessarily know, but
so why did the entire fucking Dothraki like Khalasar
it's a bit
right
dramatic.
up to her and circle her? Like,
It's a bit dramatic. Like they're like, oh guys, this is what we practice for. This is what we practice for. Everyone ride around her.
There's
in
a
circles.
lone woman walking in the middle of nowhere. Everybody to stations now.
And just fucking battle stations. We're gonna look so cool.
That's a valid. Yeah,
It's
that's a
so
good
weird, dude. It's so fucking weird.
Pretty good. Let's hit
she leaves a breadcrumb. That's the last thing we need to say here. She
Oh,
drops
right.
the ring on the floor, so that's
on the floor.
Yeah, she drops a ring on the floor.
Yeah, the floor.
I don't. Does she drop
The
it
ground?
so that people can find her, or does
Yeah.
she drop it because she doesn't want the Dothraki to see it because of what it?
No, I think
No,
so they can find
it's a
her.
breadcrumb.
It's a total like Lord of the Rings, Merry throwing his thing moment.
Which is funny though, because like that ring has never been any like nobody's ever been like, oh, nice ring, Danny. Like, oh, like you have this beautiful ring that means something. Like it wasn't a gift. Like it's just a ring.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
Jorah and Dario 2.0 are master trackers. Everyone knows that.
Masterminds, dude. Better than Obi-Wan.
Do we like Dario 2.0 or 1.0? I'm sure this has come up on the pod before, but I can't recall it.
I'm indifferent.
I'm pretty indifferent, but I kind of am partial towards 1.0 just because he was such
Same.
like a surfer douchebag, and I loved it. Like
Same.
he wanted to hang 10 bra, and I was into it. This Cersei scene in King's Landing, our
Oof.
second to last thing to talk about here, is
Brutal.
incredible. And like, yeah, obviously very brutal, but like,
Lena Headey, dude, is something else.
yes.
It's literally the only time I think I ever was like, man, I feel bad for Cersei.
I mean, I listen, as the resident Cersei stan of this podcast, like I feel bad for her, but like a lot of times it's like, boy, you just sure brought this on her yourself. But this moment, like, dude, this scene, I can remember watching this for the first time and thinking like, oh, this is brutal. Like, wow, this sucks. And then the scene just keeps going and going and going. And it really makes you like just kind of sit in it and be uncomfortable and like feel for her. And it's like, woof. Oh my God.
Yeah, it definitely is a challenging scene to like sit all the way through.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable. And again, Lena Headey's acting is stellar, dude. She's so good.
The fucking music when they're actually like cutting her hair and like cleaning her up and everything is so good. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but it's like a kind of distorted, slowed down version of like the Reigns of Castamere.
I'll have to listen again.
It's fucking incredible. Yeah, go listen to that part when they're like cutting her hair and everything.
There's so many times where you just kind of get into the show and like you're really starting to catch a feeling that I don't even like. Of course, we appreciate the music and I notice it, but I'm not like really paying attention because of how important the scene is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, you think you're a better show watcher than us? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm probably closer to them damn dirty casuals that you hate
those
so much.
filthy casuals, Zach
Fucking
hates.
filthy, nasty ass casuals.
Fucking scum of the earth.
Yeah, dude, like we've said it, but like I cannot give Lena Headey enough credit here. Like her acting,
Oh, dude, her feet.
That's so gross. But just like, especially just like once she starts to break down, like as she's getting closer, it's just like, man, she's so good. Like,
Yeah.
she's a very good
The
actress.
couple shots to her like face looking up at King's Landing, or I'm sorry, the Red Keep. And then showing the distance, like you can tell, like she's like just make it, just gotta keep going and get there. Like that's how far we are. I'm getting closer. Oh man,
When I'm putting my
heavy
socks
stuff.
on in the morning, I understand that feeling.
What?
What?
Putting socks on, it's a real struggle in the morning. Scott should know better than anybody.
Fuck off. Is that a reference to the camping thing?
How did
'Cause
that tie in? I mean,
don't
cool.
know how that tied
I'm
in,
all
but-
right with shitting on Scott putting on
I mean,
socks,
it's
but
a real fucking struggle, man. And at one point, it just becomes very emotional.
I think his point is that Cersei walking naked through the streets of King's Landing being pelted by stones is as big of a struggle as me trying to put my socks on that one time.
That's hard, but putting socks on is also hard. I'm not comparing the struggles. I'm saying they're both hard.
I fucking hate you. I kind of love it, but I hate you.
Yeah.
Anything else? Then we get, of course, the zombie. They don't. I thought for sure they said his name. Do they never say his name in the show?
Was it Robert Strong?
It's Sir Robert Strong. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Interesting.
No, they never call him Robert Strong.
I guess I never realized that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the mountain. I don't think we need to beat around this bush or like it's some big secret. This is Zombie Mountain. Qyburn's been
Franken
Mountain. He's been doing his work, continuing on that dude.
Yeah.
Anything else about that scene, Chaz? You got anything else?
No, I think we've covered everything really well in depth. I wanted to say Lena Headey is just absolutely incredible, but you guys already covered all that.
For sure. Obviously, what everyone remembers, I think, from this episode, and rightly so, this ending scene. Boy, tough scenes to watch. Like, we got Shireen, was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
Last week.
And then the Lena Headey scene, and now this. It's just like, these scenes are legitimately difficult.
Brutal, dude.
To rewatch.
Yeah.
Even the stuff with Maren Trant.
Yes, that too.
Like, seeing his sick shit, and then also Arya killing him. Like, tough stuff going on here towards the end of season 5.
Kudos to the production staff, dude. That just, like, obviously the acting is phenomenal, all of that, but just to have everything match so perfectly, like even the Maren Trant thing that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
You know what? Sure. You know what's really fucking like wild and just I appreciate so much is whenever a beloved character falls in this show, there is a buildup.
Yes.
And
for sure.
Are we talking about Maren Trant?
God damn.
No, Chaz. Fuck, who invited this fucking guy?
I think we did. I don't know what we were thinking.
Nobody can be sure.
There's no way to tell.
So you were saying beloved character.
So like Red Wedding happens, Ned dying, like, all these like deaths, there's always like some type of buildup. Yes. What I appreciate so much about this scene is that there's not. Like, there is a tension built up of like the
Night's Watch hating him.
Right. But in terms of like the feel going in, like, oh, hey, like somebody just talked about Benjen, like you do. Oh shit. Okay, cool. Like, and he walks outside, boom, traitor.
It's so much more abrupt than the other ones that you're talking about.
It's like if you are not expecting this, you are truly like caught off guard.
That's what I want to ask you guys, because obviously I had read the books at this point, so I knew, and like I said, it's a little different, but something along these lines was coming. Can you guys remember, take me back to like your first watch of this, like what was going through your head, like what you were thinking? Do you remember it all, or?
For me, it was definitely a jaw-dropping moment. In fact, I know we probably don't remember because it was so far back, but Scott, I watched this at your apartment with you. I can't remember whether Zach was there or not, but my jaw just hit the floor because, like you said, there's absolutely no build-up. Not that you see everything coming. Like, of course, the first time watching, I didn't see the Red Wedding coming either. Right. But like it just happens, and you're like, holy shit, and then I immediately turn to you, and I'm like, okay. What's next? And then of course Scott was honest in saying I don't know.
Yeah, that's that kind of was the end of Jon's storyline for me as well at that point.
Yeah.
Zach, what about you?
Yeah, man, this was Jon had never been like my favorite character, but I've always adored him. Like,
agree.
Like when I thought of favorite characters, I thought of like Arya, Tywin, the Hound, right? Like those are like my top. Jaime as well.
Yeah. But he's always like lurking, like
he's
around
always
the
there, and I
spot,
never ever have anything bad to say about when he's involved. right? Like I just love his story. I love who he is. Is he a little distant and a little like brooding, right? That was the joke. Like,
Yeah.
yes, and I don't love those traits, but like he steps up, he's got a lot of leadership, and I like that kind of shit in characters.
And especially this season, he had leveled up so hard too.
So
like,
much, dude.
I feel like at this point in the show, he had risen, especially like considering Tywin's gone. Arya's storyline has taken a dip. The Hound is gone. Jamie's storyline has taken a dip. It's like, oh, Jon is like taking center stage and carrying and kicking ass. So it's like, I think maybe at this exact point in time, he probably was my favorite like active character, you know.
Sure, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
He also like you gotta love. I know I've said this on the show before, but I'm gonna say it again. Like you have to love the person who gets thrust into leadership.
Yeah.
Like that isn't asking for it, right? Like that's Jon. I mean, that's a classic trope in a lot of like hero tales. And it's good. It works. Like it's a reason that it's a classic trope, and it's a reason that it's successful, because like that type of character is somebody that like they're not hungry, they're not like out for their own gain. They just want to help people. They're natural leaders, and they have somebody that puts them up for it, right? And that's exactly what happened with Jon this season. I just like I love it. So seeing this turn, I was floored.
Yeah.
I was like, how? There's no shot. He's gone. No fucking shot. He's gone.
Did we love that Ollie was the last one to thrust
Oh,
that
Zach
thing?
loved
Fuck
it.
Ollie, dude.
I fucking know Zach loved it.
Fucking hate Ollie, bro.
That
God,
is
I hate
stupid
Ollie.
fucking small mouth.
He has a tiny, dumbass little mouth, dude.
You and your tiny mouth.
Stupid, dude. I can't stand him, bro.
The thing I think that floored me specifically about this scene is the way it kind of happens and is described in the book is extremely ambiguous. It's like he gets stabbed like one and maybe a half-ish time. Like I don't know, remember exactly how it goes, but it's not like, it's like, okay, he might be okay, like where the book leaves off. This is like, no, they stab him like a gajillion times.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking definitive. So that was what like even still, very similar to like with the way the Mountain and the Viper fight went, where it's like, despite me knowing what's coming, it's almost like I'm secretly somewhere in my head wishing like, maybe it'll be different. Maybe Jon will be totally fine. You know, maybe Oberyn can win. And it's just like, the over-the-topness and the brutality with this is carried out. Oh boy, I have to work to get through that. Is just like so complete and absolute. Like even knowing it was coming is still like also floored me. And they really get you too with the like. Again, the music, that it's like that very triumphant, like he's going at, maybe this guy knows where his uncle is. Benjen Stark.
And
we
to
haven't heard
fucking
from
make
him
it worse
forever.
too, dude, Scott, do you watch the recaps?
I remember this though. Yes, I know exactly what you're gonna say.
The recap in this episode, it's like, why are we talking about Benjen? So if this is your first watch,
that is such a cold.
It's so fucked up, dude.
So
it's so mean.
Yes, it's so mean. Yeah, they do the whole like Benjen like disappearing basically in the.
It's
recap,
like, why are
right?
we seeing this? That happened in season 1.
Yeah, it's cold blooded.
So,
but yeah,
fucked up.
like the music is all light and like, oh, as he's coming down the stairs, and Sir Alistair's like, yeah, oh, we have, who knows if he's lying, but we have ways of taking him talk. And then I think maybe my favorite thing about this scene is the music just stops dead. And it is so quiet. There is like no sound whatsoever, obviously, aside from for the watch and the stabs.
And Jon's face drops when he sees the sign.
And it's such a quiet scene, and the music doesn't come back up until basically they're leaving him and walking away. And it's so well done. Like I can't envision a way they could have pulled this scene off better, honestly. Like,
Big agree.
It's good.
Was it better in the books?
No. Like it's
I'm joking.
Maybe more surprising. I don't know. No, I'm not even gonna go there. But especially like that last shot, like the slow zoom in overhead as he like the blood slowly like spreads into the snow. It's so good. Like that has got to be a contender for like one of my favorite shots in the entire series. As like kind of morbid as that sounds, it's just
do we feel like this scene is in contention of best scenes?
Oh, I absolutely think so.
Okay.
Did you guys
put that in the hat? I mean, I see the argument for it. Yeah, I've never thought of it when I'm thinking of best scenes. I think of scenes with more dialogue, but
sure.
But I think you explaining it the way that you just did. Yes, I think I need to acknowledge it as a great scene.
I think the craft of it and just the sheer shock value alone, I think is well worth it. Personally, and like I said, I think that shot is like, just Jon's face, like, just super pale and the blood. I just, it's so good. And just like to end the season on that big of a cliffhanger, like obviously there have been smallerish cliffhangers, to this point, but nothing on the level of this.
No,
like not even close.
A main character.
Yes.
Which obviously we know that main characters can die, but like to be the last shot, like there's always the resolve, right?
Yes.
There's always the resolve, and this just doesn't have that. So yeah, it's wild, man.
Oh boy.
Anything else to talk about here? It's a good thing Sam got out, right?
For real.
Jesus, bro.
Where's Ghost, bro? What are you doing? Where's your fucking direwolf, my dude? That's all I have to say. Did you learn nothing from... Well, I guess he wasn't there, so he probably doesn't know exactly how it went down, but did you learn nothing from Rob?
Yeah.
Anyway. Chazzyboy, you got any final thoughts about this scene or the episode as a whole?
It was a fantastic episode, man. It's good to see that like it ends, and especially with no more books to tell us how the future is going to go, even for the book readers up to that point. It's good to see like there's hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel through kind of a bad season. It was a great way to finish the season for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You know what actually is the most exciting thing about this is that season 5 is done.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
I like
second time tonight he said.
Yeah.
I'm like season 5 is donezo, and we can keep this thing moving
for all of seasons 5's issues, and there are plenty. This episode and especially this moment kind of make it all worthwhile for me because they're just
all worthwhile.
It's a good season and episode.
That might be an exaggeration. That might be an exaggeration.
Yeah, no. Anyway, it is time.
Yeah.
To do that thing we do, Scott.
Hell yeah. You little baby.
What happened to Chaz?
Oh my lord, what has happened?
Chaz, scoot over a little bit. Put yourself in the middle of that.
I got this.
Chaz be thrown in that too.
No. He's good. He's in the middle.
Is he in the middle?
Yeah, he's in the middle.
Okay. So, all right, we are gonna have Chaz take. Normally we don't even have him on view here because he's, we got the list here, so he can't be. So I was like, we'll put him in Sir Pounce's spot, but I think, that might not be enough, Chazzyboy. I might have to truly, hold on, make this legit. Let's,
I mean, I think I'm pretty well centered.
No, not that, bud. There we go. Now you're
sepia tone in memoriam.
Yeah, now you're truly taking Sir Pounce's spot.
Hell yeah.
This is who be thrown in where we last left off last episode. Daenerys had taken the number 1 spot. Jamie had taken the 2nd. Jon at 3. Old Mop Man Prophecies Ramsay Bolton himself at 4. And now, why the fuck did we let Jorah on the list at 5? What were we doing, Zach?
Yeah,
because he saved Dany's life.
Oh, he did save Dany's life. Yeah, that's true.
Man, you gotta take everybody down except for maybe good old Mr. Bolton.
I don't think he makes this list.
Well, No, he might, Scott, because there's not many winners in this
You know
episode.
what? That's you make a good point. Where the fuck are you, Daenerys?
Everybody loses in this episode.
They kind of do.
Like,
yeah,
Brienne
Jaime
wins.
for sure loses.
Brienne gets a win. So does Sansa, but I guess
Yes, I can see a
Sam?
Sansa and a Theon. Sam is maybe
Yeah.
a good one. Boy, you guys are hitting me with a lot of names while I'm still working. Jon for sure. I kind of okay. Hold on, I'll get to that in a second. Who did we say? Sam.
Sam,
Sam
Sansa.
fucking cheated death, basically, man.
Ilaria.
Hell.
What?
Arya.
Ilaria?
Sansa. Who else did you say?
You need to get a new picture of
I do
Sansa.
need to get a new picture of Sansa. Damn, it's probably been a minute since she's been on the list. What about Theon? Has he?
I think you can
ever
do
been on
Theon
the
or
list?
Sansa. You probably should not do both.
You don't think so?
Again, there are not many winners in this
Yeah.
episode, so like we might have to use
Maybe.
both of them.
Maybe.
Not Davos. What about Varys? Tyrion?
Tyrion just left. Tyrion was basically left in charge. Of
Yeah,
the
he
entire,
basically was put in charge of a city.
Yeah. I could get on board to Tyrion. I don't know about Varys.
I don't
Varys
think
just
Varys
got his
is
boyfriend back,
Alright.
dude. But like,
Varys just got his boyfriend back. All right, well, Nick's Varys. Braun, he had a good jizz in his pants this episode.
I mean,
He
he's
sure
on
did.
this. He's on the ship that Marcella dies. Not sure that's a win.
Yeah, I guess so. Who was I looking
Oh,
for?
Well, I was gonna say Arya, but no, she gets made blind.
She's blind.
I
bro.
still might say Arya though. Like
She did get to cross.
that's she
first
crossed off
name
her
off the
first
list.
list. Yeah. I still might, like you said, Zach, there are not many strong candidates. So despite the fact that she is blinded, I still think she might make the list.
Okay. Do we have Mopman in contention?
I don't
Who?
want. Oh, Brienne for sure. I think probably makes the list.
Yeah, Brienne.
Okay.
Who the hell is
Um,
Mothman?
That's Ramsay.
It's Ramsay.
Oh,
What about this motherfucker?
no.
I hate him more than Ramsay, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I don't know about that, but
I don't fuck with that
I
guy
wouldn't
at
No,
all.
is he, like,
Okay.
he punished Cersei or whatever, but he's not really.
it's not
winning
that big of a
anything.
deal. No. Okay, here's the argument I want to make, and this is well, you know what? It's not a pure performance argument because
I think Ramsay should get out there, dude.
she is out of prison. She had to endure a terrible punishment, but
Bro.
she's back in the Red Keep. She's free, and,
And
she has
had a
and she has a
stellar performance.
Franken Mountain protecting her, and she had a fucking incredible performance.
She took about
buy
as big an L as Stannis did, though, dude. Like to get it.
I don't think
I don't
that's
think
true. Stannis is
nah,
dead, and
Stannis is
Cersei's
literally
not.
dead.
Although Marcella did die.
She basically,
It's her
oh
daughter.
yeah, well she doesn't know that yet. That's a good point. She basically pulled a, she crawled through the shit in the sewer tunnel like Shawshank Redemption, but now
came
she's
out
free.
perfectly clean on the other end.
Yeah, came out perfectly clean on the other side.
I don't know. I get you guys
Solely
don't wanna
because of
put
how
him up there.
great her performance was. I think I agree with it.
Well, that, and again, she's out of prison. I think that's a bigger deal than you guys are allowing. Like,
Yeah.
how fucking miserable was she in that prison? Like,
Yeah.
goddamn.
I agree, but I mean, I'm gonna make a stronger case for Ramsay because Ramsay actually got a win, dude. Like a pretty significant one. Like I get it.
He lost his wife
He did lose his wife.
and
mean,
his
he-
sister wife.
And his and his reek. Dude, Mop Man lost a lot.
I guess that's fair.
Are we missing anyone? I'm running through the list here.
Trying to think of what happened.
Jorah? No. I think that's probably about it. Zach, can you think of anyone else?
I think that's everybody, man.
Melisandre. No, yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be hard to pick like an actual winner of the episode because like this is just.
Call me crazy. I
Brienne.
think it's between Brienne or Cersei for number one.
Oh, it cannot be Cersei.
I feel so strongly about Cersei. I can't even tell you.
It's gotta be Brienne, dude. Like she just checked something off of her list that she's been wanting to do.
True.
I mean, granted, she totally abandoned the fuck out of Sansa.
Counterpoint, she totally boned Sansa.
But she didn't even know she did it. But she got the bigger check mark than Arya did, in my opinion.
Okay, how do we feel about Sansa then?
Sansa might be like the biggest winner this episode because
my only beef with that is this episode, and we're sort of spoiling it, but we don't even know that she survived that fall.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but I think it's fine to assume that she survived the fall.
That she's escaped. Like that's
who is the bigger winner between Sansa and Theon?
Theon.
Yeah, but so? I like Sansa more, so so it's definitely Sansa.
Okay, so I'm gonna suggest
she has more to like win for, more to go in for her.
Yeah, I guess
more to live for.
Okay, then I'm gonna suggest because Brienne, although I do think she gets a win, she took a pretty big L abandoning poor Sansa. I think.
You are willing to die on this Cersei hill. Huh?
I think it's between Sansa and Cersei for me.
I see where Scott's coming from with because you're saying that Cersei doesn't get a win because she had to go through the walk, which the walk was terrible.
The walk was terrible.
I get that.
But she endured it, and now she's free.
I'm willing to concede the performance part of it because the performance was epic and it was amazing.
Sure.
Short of that, though, like the zombie mountain doesn't net anything yet.
I don't know how you can say that.
I don't think that makes any. I don't agree with that statement at all. She has a fucking zombie
mountain
that's the size of 2 fucking men.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking huge.
Okay, but what does
like
it
her
do for
protector,
her, like in the moment, right?
Qyburn told her, like he will not rest until your enemies are killed.
Yeah, I feel pretty strongly.
I think that's pretty good.
I think if it's between Sansa
Cersei took a massive
Cersei,
L.
I go Cersei.
She did.
Sansa didn't.
Okay,
so I mean, think Sansa also didn't have as good of a performance.
Right. Sansa kind of just stood there. I mean, she escaped. She escaped and she was trying to get stuff done, but she also kind of just stood there while Theon did the work on Miranda too, though, to be fair.
I will say she handled that pretty thuggish, dude. Like she literally just stood there while the arrow flew by her face too, which was also pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, Sansa was pretty cold-blooded about the whole thing.
Do?
Like, yeah.
I mean, most of us would flinch if an arrow had just gotten shot at us.
She did have, what did she say? She had some badass line about like,
if I'm gonna die, like, kill me while there's something left of me, or something like that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I agree with you. If it comes down to Cersei and Sansa, I'm gonna go Cersei. I just think you're giving up on Brienne. I don't even think Sansa is
like okay, so you're right. Brienne did something that she's always wanted to do, but it's not any.
It's not.
It doesn't put her in a better position.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything. It's like Stannis was gonna die anyway.
True.
Like she just got to accomplish something that she wanted that was a personal goal, which is good and is a win, and she deserves to be on the list. But I don't think that she like really moved anything.
Plus, she does not, I hate to say, get bonus points for like performance, like maybe some of the other people on this list do. You know?
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
That's probably valid. I guess I could.
So I think I do agree with it being between Sansa and Cersei, and I think that one of them, their character did not take a massive L.
So you're
wanting to
saying you
give it
think
to
Sansa
Sansa.
should go one?
I would say that in terms of winners, I think that Sansa's the biggest winner right now. She is freed from. She's gotten away. So your same logic, Scott. She's gotten. She's freed.
She's
right?
free.
She's freed.
But she's in a worse position after being freed because she has Theon protecting her instead of a zombie fucking mountain.
I mean, okay, that's
with the
super
inevitable hunt for her.
Right.
coming
Also,
like,
she's
nobody's gonna be
running through the
hunting
snow
Cersei.
while Cersei is safe in a castle.
Not for that reason, but I'm still thinking Cersei takes it.
I
just because.
really.
All right.
Yeah,
all right, I'll
Sansa
concede
didn't
it.
take as big an L as Cersei did, but she also didn't get as big a dub.
I agree. Listen, I think the dubs are probably equally huge, but I think Cersei's position has improved way more than
So
Sansa's
we're just because she doesn't know it, we're just not factoring in that her fucking 2 of her 3 kids are fucking dead now.
Well, she knew about Joffrey already, to be fair. Again, and also I have to give her mad bonus points for the performance.
Her performance.
No one else on this list is even remotely in the same realm.
To be fair, though, like nobody was really placed in a scene other than
fair.
I think with Sam and we might be forgetting Sam.
Oh shit! With the Sam, somebody did say Sam.
I said Sam. Yeah, I forgot that you didn't
Yeah,
put him up.
we need Sam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we do need Sam.
Apart from the scene with Sam and Jon, like there wasn't a lot of scenes written where anybody could flex like this incredible.
Yeah,
No,
but
you're
it's
not
it's
wrong,
not
but-
about like it's
Yeah.
it's still. I mean, that shouldn't be held against
Right.
Cersei for having a standout performance.
No, that's fair. But yeah, I think Sam definitely belongs on this
Do
list.
we go Sansa goes second though?
I think so. Yeah.
I think Sam goes second, dude.
I don't think his dub is not as big as Sansa's.
Bro, he survived what he otherwise should not have survived.
Unknowingly, but I agree, Chaz. I just don't think it's bigger. Like we just argued the
No, that's
first
fair, that's
place.
You're right.
You know.
So Sam third then?
I think I'm all right with Sam third. Yeah.
Also, again, because I think that scene between him and Jon was.
Also,
Is
I have
fantastic.
a mega boner for Sam.
I love
He
Sam
does.
so much. I love Sam. Listen, if I could somehow sneak Davos onto this list every week, I'd do that too. I'm just gonna say, but I don't think Zach would let me. Brienne then
Yes.
at 4.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
I think I'm fine with that.
What the
So who out of Arya, Theon, and Ramsay makes the final cut here?
If we're going solely based off of position, then it's probably Ramsay. But I mean, that's not really how we do things. It's not just position.
No.
Like,
I fucking hate Ramsay.
Well,
and I
let's
don't wanna give him any
eliminate
credit.
one. Let's go. Let's start there.
I think
it's
Theon.
Arya.
I think Arya is the one to eliminate.
Wait, whoa! I was about to say I think Arya's the one that makes the list.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay,
then we eliminate Ramsay.
We can agree to eliminate Theon.
No, because I kind of think it is Theon.
Dude, we're all on different pages.
We're all fucking over the place here.
Dude. All right, Scott. Why? Let me hear you.
For Theon,
Yeah.
I just think like he doesn't take a major L. This rebellion from him was a long time coming and is a big deal for his character.
Yes.
That's
very true.
And he not fully, but is kind of on a redemption path for the Starks. Like he's, one of the last remaining Starks. He is saved and is now helping protect. I think that's a bigger deal than maybe we even talked about. As someone who doesn't even like Theon very much, like I got to give him props for what he does here.
Sure.
Like took him fucking long enough, but
So hear me out on this Ramsay thing, okay? Because he doesn't even know he's lost his wife and his sister wife yet. So I don't think you can hold that against him as far as an L, but
fair.
Dude, like he just eliminated the only threat remaining to him at this point in time. So that's an accomplishment, right? Like that's
I hear you,
that's
but also
big.
it wasn't much of a like he didn't have to really he didn't have to strain himself to.
No, I
Stannis
get it,
there.
but that's also a big part of a big part of that has been his strategy up to this point. But anyway,
I think we gave him enough credit for his 20 good men bullshit last week. Is my argument.
Well, I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, no,
but
fair, true.
There was something else I had to make my case for Ramsay, but God damn it, I completely lost it.
Look, man, I think that, again, when we're talking solely positioning, I think Chaz, I think you make the most sense here.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He didn't actually have any scenes, so there's nothing there. Well,
he stabbed that one guy.
He stabbed that one guy. Yeah, he's been a piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
He's being Ramsay.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't particularly like him, and we all know that we have biases on this podcast, and we're not fucking doing that. And I just don't think that this is as meaningful for his character, and I think that that's maybe what I'm looking for. And I do like what you said about Theon, and it's also why I like Arya, because what she did was also very meaningful for her character.
To me, it's definitely between them two.
Arya and Theon.
I could go either way. Why I lean Theon is Arya takes a major L in that she's now blind.
Yeah, if you're talking strictly the episode, Theon has not taken a single L this episode, right?
And he made the biggest stride probably of almost anybody on this list as for his own personal character. Yeah. I think I would like to concede and say I think that I want Theon.
Same.
Okay. Not to throw. Maybe I shouldn't even bring this up.
Bring it up.
Let me for sure get rid of Mop Man. Let me throw a wrench in here also, because I just had a thought. And you can shoot this down if you want, but do we want to consider Sir Alistair Thorne?
Oh.
Yeah.
Not enough. Not enough to over to
this
pass
dude's about
Theon.
to be the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch.
It's a weird one because it's like.
Okay. No, I've got it.
Okay.
It's Ollie.
Hell yeah, let me find. Zach, do your thing while I find a picture of Ollie and his tiny mouth.
Just find a picture of the tiniest mouth on fucking Google, and that'll be Ollie, dude.
I'm gonna Google tiny mouth, and Ollie's just gonna be all of the top 100 results.
Dude.
God
damn it, dude. Alistair Thorne is a truly a good.
I'm sorry. I hesitated to even.
He gives such a good fucking monologue as he's doing it too.
I mean, he just says for the watch.
I mean, the for watch is pretty legendary.
the speech. I'm sorry, the speech
Thinking
after
of a different
it's
episode?
all done. Yeah.
Okay, hot take. What if Brienne came off this list?
To make room for Alistair and Theon?
Yes.
I mean, I could see it.
Yes, exactly.
It's the one person that I feel like Chaz has felt really strongly about.
I concede on this podcast way fucking more than either of you two a-holes.
It's because you're a filthy casual. She just doesn't do enough for me. Like she executes Stannis, who was already dying / gonna die.
Okay, but what was the reason you guys were fighting for Arya so hard?
I'm not really fighting for Arya anymore. Like, I just think the fact that she crossed off one of her lists is cool, and the manner.
Yeah.
No. But also the manner in which she did it was way more impressive and cool than what Brienne did. Also, Meryn Trant is a way bigger piece of shit than Stannis is. But I'm not arguing for Arya. I think Arya comes off, and I think it's.
But also,
Theon and
Stannis is a bigger player in the game, dude. Like, he impacts.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're okay, look, you're right, but Stannis was defeated by Mop Man.
I already can tell I'm gonna lose this, so just fucking take her off.
Look, I want this to make sense though.
Right.
In the same for the same reason that Arya's accomplishment in this episode doesn't put the accomplishments of Theon or Alliser, like doesn't supersede those, it's the same thing. I mean, really, because their accomplishment is the same.
I'm not on board with the Alliser just yet. Like, I see your guys' point, and I see what you guys are saying.
This guy has hated Jon since fucking season 1, dude. And he's always kind of wanted, like, he's...
But you're giving him this position for the same reason you're trying to take it away from Brienne.
I'm almost with Chaz, even though I brought it up. I don't know if I'm fully on board with Sir Alliser either.
Why?
Although I will say,
I mean, it wasn't just like a personal kill. Like, he just went and killed somebody.
No,
he rallied and caused an entire coup. Like, a mutiny.
But here's the thing, dude. Jon even calls it out in one of the earlier scenes at the Wall. He's like, I'm the most hated man in the Night's Watch because I saved.
Yeah, but I don't think that the execution of Jon would have happened without Alliser.
I mean,
probably not.
Maybe not, but it doesn't change the fact like you didn't really have to twist anybody's arm to do it, dude. Like,
I'm sure you still like they hate him, but like to kill the Lord Commander, that's a.
Can I suggest at least this while we hash the rest of this out? Jesus, this is going on a while. Can I push Theon up to 4 and we bring Brienne down?
I think that's
discuss
okay. Yeah.
from there.
I'm good with that.
Because honestly, I think that's maybe even underselling him the more I think about it. But I love Sam too much, and I don't want to push him up any higher. Although, to be fair,
the only reason I don't like, and it's not fair, but I think Theon and Sansa having done the exact same thing, I'm actually okay with bumping Sansa down.
I just think her. I mean, we
do?
kind of hashed this out. Like, her circumstances, I think she was in. Well, maybe arguably a worse.
I think it's just her escaping means more to the story.
Right. Yes. As like the leader of the North, so to speak. Like,
you mean like Brienne killing fucking Stannis means more to the story than
except Stannis was already defeated, whether Brienne was there or not.
You're giving Brienne a victory for what Mothman did.
Chazzy, okay. Like, well, so then put Mothman.
Don't want fucking Mothman. No, fuck Mothman.
Okay.
Can we agree Arya is not going to make it?
Can I fucking take a win somewhere here, you fucks?
Yeah, here, hold on. Here's your win. Do you want Brienne or Alliser?
I
think I want Alliser.
Shut the fuck up. I was about to say, I think I'm on Chaz's team, and I think I'm not fully on board with the Alliser thing. And then he's like,
No, I want Brienne.
Okay, Brienne it is. There you go. There's your win.
Fuck you, Zach. Don't.
No.
There's your courtesy.
This isn't a courtesy win because, like I said, I think, even though I brought it up, I think I agree with Zach. I'm not fully on board with the Alliser argument. Where the
with
fuck
Chaz.
are you, Brienne?
My name is Chaz, by the way.
What did I say?
You said Zach.
What did you say? Fuck, I can't find anyone. No, I can't.
Are you just trying to fucking delay this even more than
I would never do that. Never. So Alistair, sorry, bud. You just missed the cut. Even though I'm not gonna. No, never mind. That is it. That is it for Who Be Thrown In. Taking the number 1 spot and maybe a surprise upset is Cersei Lannister. Number 2 goes to Sansa Stark. Number 3, Sam Tarly. Number 4, Theon Greyjoy. And number 5, Brienne of Tarth. I think her last name's just Tarth. Anyway.
I want to see a new Sansa picture before this podcast episode is over.
Yeah, I'll work on that. That is Who Be Thrown In, and that is
Sepia-Tone Chaz.
Hell yeah,
dude.
Zach, do that thing that you do.
Whoa, hold on. You always try and get us the fuck out of here. We need to rate this episode.
Sometimes you do it. Okay, you guys go first because I don't want to show my hand.
Okay. Actually, Chaz, guess first. What are we rating this episode?
On a 1 to 10.
Yeah.
10 being the best Game of Thrones episode, not on a scale of like film in general.
Yeah. Given that it puts a hell of an exclamation point on the dullest sentence that Game of Thrones gives us, I'm probably going to give it a little bit more love than it probably should get relative to the episodes, even up to now that we've seen with all of the magic that season 4 gives us. I'm going to go 8.5.
He's saying a lot, but he's spitting. Like he was spitting. Like everything he's saying, I was into. I was like, okay, yeah.
I actually
8.5.
what Chaz said. I'm gonna give it a 9.
I was thinking 9 as well. I was thinking straight.
Why would that be showing your hand?
I don't know. I really felt like
this episode a lot, dude.
I just feel like I came out real hot and heavy about this episode.
No,
you guys were like
9. Yeah, this episode's fantastic, dude.
It's real
There's
good.
so much
It's
to
real
love
good.
in this episode.
Yes, truly. What an exclamation point.
Man,
to the
guys,
sentence.
listen, that was one hell of an all over the place who be thrown in an episode as a whole.
Dude,
we
when we
thank
have guests, our Who Be Thrown In segments go on so fucking long.
dude. We just want to say we appreciate you guys from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you guys for listening, watching, commenting, subscribing, all the fun stuff that you're supposed to do. But more importantly, we want to thank you, Chaz, for coming back on the show. We love you, buddy.
He endured a lot to be here.
He really did, man. We're gonna have a tech support call for like another hour after this. This
I'm
fucking
gonna need
thing.
you to open GarageBand and download it on the App Store.
Now,
And then
right
I'm gonna
click,
hear
please.
Scott
Right
bitch
click.
about fucking 30 minutes about how
No,
bad Apple
no.
products
That's
suck.
left click, right click, right click.
Now you're gonna want to enter your password. Oh, you don't remember your password.
Can you please click I forgot password?
Zach, can we just wrap this up?
You guys can follow us on the Twitter and Instagram at We Don't Want to Pod. Go hang out with us, and that's it for us. We will see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. I'll call you back later, ma'am.
Go ahead and hit the red X, and you can go ahead and sign off.
Can I stop recording, you cunts?